back.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Sean from the Phenomenal Bunch.
And it's me, John. Been discussion that games should be more than $60, less than $60. But I said we're here to talk about the games that do not give you $60 worth of content. And what better game to talk about than the wrestling games?
Yes.
And the one coming out soon, WWE 2K19.
Yes, well, recently we've been buying them on Black Friday for $30. And because we feel that the wrestling games, they're not really worth $60 anymore.
Yeah, I would agree.
Especially since 2K15 came out.
Yeah, especially since they made the jump to the next-gen consoles. And how can we make them worth $60 without changing too much? And the first thing is that we're going to talk about is how they go way above $60 with DLC.
Exactly. Like I mentioned to him before, they had the NXT pack, which features Drew McIntyre, Ruby Riott, Lars Sullivan, and Aleister Black. Then I kept on and Elias Sampson. On top of that, they have another DLC pack, which features the legends such as Matt Hardy, Jeff Hardy, Beth Phoenix, and the what were the two people?
There was the Rock and Rollers on that.
The Rock and Rollers,
yeah, and,
exactly.
It's kind of dumb because they try to make extra money off of you with these, especially with the Hardy Boys. Like, I've heard the rumor or whatever that the cutoff date for most wrestlers to be put in the game or not is WrestleMania. Yeah, and how did they not make it into the game? I have no clue. They did not make it on the actual list, and I know why they didn't make it in the game, because they knew that they can make some extra money if they charge you for Hardy Boys, because they knew that people would actually buy them.
Exactly, because for recent years people have been downloading Jeff and Matt Hardy because they were very nostalgic, so they wanted to relive that nostalgia, so they kept downloading Jeff and Matt Hardy. The next thing you know, they offered them as DLC, then obviously people are going to buy them. Yeah,
exactly. And this is something that is a topic that bothers you actually a lot, and you were just right before we started, you were scattering through the roster to see how many repeats there are.
Yes, exactly. In order to make the next wrestling game worth $60 is please do not have repeats. I just went through the whole entire roster. You guys had repeats of Ricky Steamboat, repeats of Shawn Michaels, many repeats of Sting, and repeats of Triple H, and then you guys have two Finn Balor's. 2K17, they were smart. They had just regular Finn Balor, but you can switch him to the Demon if you wanted to relive a Brooklyn match or two, maybe his match from Japan, if you wanted to play as a Demon. But no, you guys just had to make two separate Finn Balor's, one Finn Balor and then one Finn Balor Demon.
Yeah, that actually takes up a lot of slots in the roster too. And I always think some people don't make it in the game, kind of like last year they didn't put Andrade Cien Almas in the game at all.
Andrade Cien Almas was missing.
And he was NXT champion by the time the game came out, I believe.
Exactly.
So I don't know why the hell the NXT champion did not make it into the game.
Speaking of Andrade, he was actually he actually debuted in 2015.
That is true.
It's funny how a guy like Lars Sullivan was featured in the pack and not Andrade Cien Almas.
Yeah, despite DLC raising the price of the game above $60 and the roster repeats being annoying because you want to see people that you want in the game the most important feature that needs to be added to the game is a sustainable, efficient, fun game mode in there, kind of like a story mode, a universe mode, a My Career mode. My Career has been absolutely terrible.
I think the last time I touched My Career was back in 2K16. I haven't really touched it.
I think was 2K15 the first game that they put
2K15 was the first.
Yeah, okay, so I don't like My Career. I didn't even touch it this year. This year they made it so you can't even have your character look the way you want when you start off, which is pretty stupid.
You just really watered down and you have to earn everything in order to,
you know what's funny though? The NBA games actually added a story to their My Career, but except in the wrestling games, the story is you fight Tyler Breeze every single week.
Exactly.
And maybe a cutscene will happen. And I don't know, WWE is all about storytelling and stuff, and there's actually none of that in My Career. The NBA games have been able to implement, even though it's not good, it's pretty cheesy and corny and kind of dumb, they still find a way to implement a story within a real game of basketball, while people who tell stories in wrestling, they don't have a story mode in there. And one thing that I love this in WWE 12, I know you did as well, and that was the universe mode, how it worked.
Universe mode.
They changed universe mode way too much. They took out the randomness of cutscenes. Now you only get a cutscene if it's a rivalry match. It's pretty dumb. That's
I remember back in WWE 12, I would play a match and then randomly there would be a cutscene. Although it wouldn't make sense, there would be a cutscene, something fresh, something to look at, something to keep on playing, something to intrigue you.
Yeah, exactly.
And now it's missing.
Yeah, what would you like to add? What kind of game mode would keep you playing?
A lot of people have been talking about a GM mode where you took the position as a GM, and then you just had your own roster and you made matches, kind of like Universe mode. But Universe mode is like a watered down version of that.
Yeah, I guess, but they could add more stuff to it, obviously, to make it better. And yeah, I think Universe mode for future games is the one you focus on to make it better. They don't need to add like a full game mode, because 2K is just gonna water it down and stuff like that. It's not gonna be as fun for the first few years they have it in there.
Exactly.
Universe mode has been there since SmackDown vs. Raw 2011. You could definitely do something with it. And this is another thing that you are very passionate about, and that you want better weapon physics.
Yes, whenever we play nowadays, whenever I want to suplex you to like whether it's a steel chair, steel steps, it always moves out of the way, or like there's very minimal damage that happens.
Yeah.
Remember back in 2011, I would do like a suplex or whatnot onto a steel step, and it would actually be effective. It would actually, like, the impact would be there. You would actually see it, like your body, like the player's body being like going through the table or like the steel step or whatnot. Now it's just completely gone. It's like really bad.
Yeah, now you can only do it through a very complex glitch where you go put the steel steps under the announce table, and if you do a finisher on top, then the steel steps will work the way they want. I don't know how that works at all. I think 2K needs to not put in where you have to do more work just to have something cool that was in the game, like what I can't do 7 years ago.
7 years ago.
So yeah, that's something. And also, while you're playing matches, it's absolutely annoying when you put someone through the steel steps moves out of the way, and then you hear Michael Cole say, "And that one hurt his hand." My ears hurt whenever I have to hear the god-awful commentary in these games, and that leads us to our next point, and that is the better audio. The crowd does not react to anything you do. You could be having Kenny Omega versus Okada in the ring, and the crowd will not say anything.
Will not. I remember I was playing a match yesterday. I think I forgot who they were, but the crowd was completely dead.
Matches, and they will not say anything.
Not to mention, the match was in WrestleMania, and they were completely dead.
Yeah, I think they really need to fix that, because I don't know if they could add more commentators, because that's like a lot of lines to read off of, but like the NBA games, I'm always going to keep on comparing NBA, because 2K makes NBA games as well. The commentary in those is absolutely fantastic. It feels like they say something different every single game you play. And they are smart with the timing. It's programmed perfectly. The commentaries actually talk about backstories for wrestlers when it's not awkward. You're like doing a submission hold at the end of the match on John Cena, and Michael Cole will tell you about John Cena's movie career or some stupid thing like that. And I think it's the whole thing about simulation versus arcade. People think that some people are okay with the realism. I'm okay with the realism. Like, it's kind of fun sometimes, and you're like, when I'm AJ Styles or Shinsuke, I go for the phenomenal forearm, I miss, and I get up, and you come out of nowhere with the King Sasha. So realism like that is always fun in the games. In arcade games, I never felt that, because you had to like press a certain number of buttons. You had to be groggy, you had to do a gut kick first, stuff like that. So I love the realism in there, but sometimes it can get kind of boring. You kind of need some game stuff in there, like weapon physics, like some crazy weird blood, something like that to make it a game, a fun game. What do you think? Do you like simulation more or arcade more?
I would go with I do dig what they're doing now. They're trying to like improve upon gameplay, but to your point, it was actually really fun playing back then. I remember just having fun, like playing for 2 hours straight. Now I can barely play like for an hour. Yeah,
because you're doing the same thing every match.
Exactly, yeah.
You're doing the dumb chain grappling system they used to change. You're doing they even added rest holds. Like, you know that you're making the gameplay boring if you're putting in rest hold in the game. So
like with the sleeper hold, with the headlock.
Yeah, so those are a lot of things that need to be fixed. And yeah, that's all we have to say about the wrestling games. Hopefully that can be better. That's going to be a way to make it $60 and more. And what do you guys think? Do you guys pay for wrestling games $60 every year? Do you guys wait for a sale?
Or do you guys buy the deluxe edition?
Do you guys buy the deluxe edition, season pass, collector's edition?
Tell us like anything we missed out, because there's always something.
Yeah, always something. We don't really talk about that many things, just our own opinion. So yeah, thank you guys for watching.
Alright, thank you guys very much.